Hello and welcome to Your Co-Wife Podcast, Holiday Edition. I don't know about you, but Christmas is in the air. It's good to be here again. It's December, and of course, I'm sure we're winding down to the holidays. We're doing our Christmas shopping, we're traveling, or making plans to travel. So this episode is very, very important especially for mothers who feel like as if, okay, all they have to do this season is buy Christmas clothes, take care of the family, cook rice. I feel like, okay, apart from work, I don't even know if I have the time to rest. Well, this edition is for you. And in today's episode, I have, as you can see already, a beautiful woman. Oh, she is. In fact, I was telling her backstage that when it comes to tourism and comes to championing Nigerian tourism, she is the go-to person. I have in the studio today Nena Fakoya Smith. Nena, thank you for joining. It's good to have you. And Merry Christmas, fans. So, how's our Christmas celebration going this year?
So as I'm talking to you, before I started, I was trying to book the ticket to go and watch Mufasa, the Lion King movie with my kids. And so far, we're going to be like 15 people. That's about 11 children and 4 mothers. Like, I'm the one championing this right now. And okay, I've tried to buy the ticket that Miss Davy, but when we buy the ticket, I will not watch it tomorrow. So, perfect. Let's go start with Mufasa, the Lion King. I grew up with Lion King, so this is a big deal for me. I had to drag all the mothers. I say, Mommies, you're coming to watch it with me. Not only children, we are watching it together. So the kids will be in front, we'll be behind. So they're making us knock their head again, I will watch our movie together.
Oh, that's so beautiful. It's for you to have done that. Obviously, you know the importance of unwinding, of relaxing as mothers. Because I'm sure when you told them at first, they're like, okay, which one is going to watch movie now? Well, I'm not ready for that. I'm sure maybe one person asked, you sure it's important? But
Charlie, she was telling me, so I told her, okay, how many of the kids are coming? Because she has 4 kids. Her 2 kids are in my daughter's class. They're twins. So I was like, how many of them are the other ones coming to say, yeah, 4 of them are coming. I go, 4? Are you not part of them? She said, yeah, they don't have to come. I said, I'm booking your ticket. You're coming to watch. I have other mothers that have dragged along with their children. You are coming to watch this like together with me. So yes, I had that in the crew, but I've dragged her already. So 4 mothers.
that's great. I can't. In fact, I would love to get feedback from that experience tomorrow.
So,
Okay, that'd be great. That'd be great. Okay, so now the question I have to ask is, why is it important for mothers to relax, to take out time to unwind, to be themselves? There's so much as mothers, there's so much going on. We're running after the children, getting the home, putting the home in the best possible shape. Even with your careers, we are pushing so many things. But why is it important that we as mothers learn to relax?
because if you die, life goes on.
Okay, I think that'll be okay. That's it.
If you die, life goes on. That's not the honest truth. But it happens to me now. My children will cry, husband will cry. And guess what? Life goes on. My husband will remarry if he wants to. My children will have memories of me, but I'm gone. And what's the reason? Because I didn't take care of myself. You a guy, you don't go. So and I'm glad I'm talking about this because 2 years ago, or should I honestly say, last year was my most depressed year. Right? I actually entered into depression because I'm in the tourism space. After COVID happened, business had not really packed up back for me because I'm not a tour breaker, I'm not a travel agent. By the way, let me let everybody know. I do something different in tourism space. I'm not like a tour broker and a tourism promoter. So it's different from what most people in the tourism space do. The real reason you come to me for travel is because I work with tour operators and travel agents. But before this meeting started, so while I was trying to buy the ticket from Mufasa, I already have a client trying to ask me, he's going here, I need information, and I was trying to reach out to my network. So I'm more like a middleman in the tourism space and organizing stuff. So business has not been going as well as I want to. I've had to diversify. So last year was my depressed year. I actually entered depression. I was looking like a gollywog. Who knows what a gollywog looks like? Do you know what a gollywog looks like? A gollywog is those olden days dolls that were black. They didn't have black dolls back then, so they used to make dolls that were black and they're ugly with big red lips. That's what I looked like last year. I was in my
Oh my God.
right. My mother was one word. My daughter, what's going on? But it's something that I did last year to get myself out of it. I told myself, Nana, you've been traveling, but you travel for work. You've been working, and I work from home. Have I really gone on a retreat before? I've never gone out. Most of the time I'm traveling is to work. I'm not really say travel. Yeah, I travel again, have fun, but it's mostly for work. And a friend of mine said, Nana, have you ever gone on a retreat, like a solo retreat, just to go out? I was like, I don't have money to be traveling right now. I said, must you be else? I said, it's true. Why am I asking that stupid question? Am I not a choice where I need to go somewhere close? So I told my girlfriends about it and they were all excited. But as always, out of 4 of us, only 2 of us meet out of WhatsApp. I told myself that if nobody came out before my own, if I had booked for myself before one of my best friends goes, you can't go alone, I'm going with you. If not, I'll go on my own. So we booked to go to IITA. IITA, that's International Training Funds Retreat. So it's in Ibadan.
Okay.
All right. You can check it out. And IITA is like an agricultural setup. So what they do is that they are into research for agriculture. But they have a resort where you can actually stay there. You get to see animals, you get to see lakes. So it's very serene. And I needed that kind of serene distance. So when I told my husband, I said, I call him, I'm going on a solo retreat. If any of my girlfriends come, fine, I plan to go alone. And he goes, you're leaving me and the kids alone. You're not going for work or going. I said, yes, I'm going to. Not dying. Okay. Like when I travel, most times my sister comes to stay with them, or now that they're older, he gets to stay with them. I'm like, guys, I'll be with me that 1 week I went to work. This one, I'm going to go and relax for a weekend. You all be fine. And he goes, oh. He thought I was joking. I paid for it. I got a gig, I paid for it. And I carried myself with my bestie, and we went by train to Ibadan. And it was the most relaxing event at my house. Like, all my best moments. Without my husband, without children, just me and then my very good friend, best friend next to me. It was fun. We were able to pray. We were able to go for walks. We were able to, without hearing, hey, mommy, yeah, but I was able to literally the sanity. So it's something I want to do every year, but unfortunately I've not done it this year because I just went to go and I'm doing my master's right now. So all the money is going into that. But I'm also learning to once in a while just relax. What do I mean relax? If it means just going for a walk, I go for a walk.
Okay.
If it means just hang out with my girlfriends, I hang out with my girlfriends. If I do have the time, I just go somewhere and just sit down, eat meat pie and donuts for 1 hour and drink my drink, and I'm happy. So those are the little ways of relaxing. And the 2 ways. Why it's important? It is why it's important is because you need a sanity. As women, we're born to be nurturers. So we always want to take care of other people. Always want to take care of other people, and we forget ourselves sometimes in the mix of it. So yeah, that's the reason why. If you don't take care of yourself, you die. Life goes on.
Life goes on indeed. As you're talking about little ways, because I was thinking, I was like, okay, it's 2024. People will start thinking, okay, maybe that was last year. Things were a bit less expensive, unlike this year. Someone is thinking, okay, I don't think I can handle a solo retreat right now. But you mentioned little ways. I remember, I think it was last month, a friend invited me for a retreat, kind of, well, a spa date. I was like, spa? I have never been to the spa before. In fact, it was then it dawned on me, I have never been to the spa before. I'm like, okay, now I want to go. Like, I was looking forward to it. And it was just a few hours. And then we had time to pray. We had time to, it was a group of ladies, just unwind, pray, and just talk. Well, that day, in fact, I feel like going back. Like, can someone take me back, please? Because it was so relaxing. It was so, I had a bit of ideas even pop in my head, things I would want to do for the coming year. It was at that meeting, I was like, I didn't know my head was so clogged, so bothered. So, everything I had to run. I was like, okay, so I think this is something I have to build up as a habit. Taking that time out, it would help. What I've discovered is it would help, as a mom, as a wife, it would help your productivity, even in your career. It will help you be better. The people you are struggling to live life for, in quotes, if you're not at your best self, you really can't be there for them as much as you would want to. So it's important to, take out time and, relax and rejuvenate. I think that's the word. But then the next question now comes to, as a mom, you left your children, left your husband. Need you have that mom guilt, or just feel like, would he handle things well? What's going to happen for the few days or weeks I'm away, So for a mother who is like, okay, so how do you deal with that? And we would, so that it's not like if you're there and as you're supposedly relaxing, you're scheduling their meals while still there. You're checking up every five minutes. You're not relaxing. So how do you deal with that as well?
Okay, so if I'm going to be very, very honest, luckily for me, I have a support system. When I mean a support system, I have a very hands-on husband. That's one of my blessings. He's too good with the kids. What I mean too good? When I had my first child, and after I went back for my maternity leave, came back from work maternity leave, I didn't have to call the house to ask how far. Yes, I had my mom or my mother-in-law available, but I always knew that my kids were fine. Like literally, I didn't have to call because I know that their dad is hands-on. Right, that's one. Then God has now blessed that my mommy lives about 10 minutes away from my house. My brother-in-law, twin brother, lives about 5 minutes away from my house. So there's always someone's help. And I was also fortunate that my sister-in-law lived with me for a while. So I had that support system. Okay. So that's where my case is unique. But despite it all, even when I travel, I remember the first time I traveled, I went to Zimbabwe for work. That was the first time I actually left my kids at home. And the first 2 days, first 2-3 days, I had mommy guilt. Serious. I was like, hey God, I let my children know. But by day 4, 5, I was having so much fun. I don't remember. And the truth is that the kids will always be okay. So those were the ones that make it look like without us, life will not move on. The truth is that without you, life will move on. And when you come back, you're still their mother. Nobody can take that away from you. If it's your part with coming, yes, sure. And what I did was that maybe every night I would do a video call with the dad, talk to them. My son was the one that would say, Mommy, when are you coming back? But then I would say, hi, Mommy. I thought I should go and do what she's supposed to do. So my mom was like, these children are actually fine, with or without me, right? But what I tell parents is this: they're all going to grow up one day. And the earlier you teach your children to be independent, the better for you. Right? So, truth is that mommy guilt never leaves you. It will always be there. But also, I tell women, enjoy. Because it's out of like how many years and how many times in a year, especially if you work from home or you're a stay-in mom. I can give grace to career women because their whole case is special and different. I call them the real MVP. Like, move your children from morning to night to go to work. It's not easy. We know that I did this for their kids. But for those of us who work from home, I've been working from home before COVID. For those who are staying moms who don't really have any work to do, but they don't take care of their home and everything. See, it's a big privilege. If you can do that, never look down on yourself for that, because the parent alone is a job on its own. It's a 9 to 5 on its own, right? So I tell women that do your part to make sure you have a relationship with your children. So even when you're not big, you always have that mommy guilt until they're old enough. You always have the mommy guilt because they're your children, right? But at the end of the day, remember that if you don't take care of yourself, who will? So sometimes you do have to be away from your kids for a while so that you can refresh and come back with a better mom. Like when I came back from IT, I felt much better. I felt more refreshed. Like I said, last year was I feel like one of my depressed years. But I came back refreshed, more clearer, because I had like a one-on-one with my best friend where we had like rub minds. We had like time to talk and reflect on our lives and what we want to go do going forward. I came back, I was able to write something in my journal with a clear mind. So sometimes we mothers need that time off so that at least you can rejuvenate and come back as a better mom, a better wife, a better sister, better everything. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. Eh. First of all, you have, like you mentioned at the beginning, you have a great support system. And it's great to have people around to help and especially when you need that time off. And it's good for people who feel like, okay, I don't have that. It's me. It's me. I do all the heavy lifting basically. And then maybe on the other end, the partners are not so hands-on when it comes to home activities, and because of work as well, or are not available. So they're feeling like, okay, so this might not typically apply to me. So for someone who cannot exactly just yank away from, maybe have very little babies, or it's just not a good time, how can she incorporate that relaxation into her regular routine in a way that she doesn't burn out and get to a point where she's super overwhelmed? Because I feel like, personally speaking from my own experience, I feel like if you don't take that time out, you are definitely going to get to a point where you are yelling at everyone. It's almost like you're going to yank your hair out. You're just going to, and you're not your best. So how can someone like that just incorporate some sort of routine to relax and not get to that point if she can't really have that time away from family?
You have to be intentional. Like when you answer that first question, what can you do? What to refresh? Why is it important? Yeah, you die, you move on. I'm sorry, I'm being very, very blunt about it. It die. Woman, if you die, you die. People move on, right? So you have to create that time for yourself. For example, a mom with a baby, right? When they say the thing that when your baby is breasting, rest. I know it's not easy because someone like me, I'm a workaholic. I can work from morning to night. I can sweep my house and come out from morning to night. I don't like a disorganized space. But I found that if I didn't create that time to rest, I will break down. When your baby is sleeping, try and rest. If it doesn't work, I wish I had my favorite mug here with me. It's not with me. My favorite mug, I put cold Milo inside. Sit down alone, my favorite chair. I try to sleep. I am sleeping on my Milo and maybe reading a nice book just to keep me alive and okay. Or I'm listening to music. Sometimes you just need 30 minutes out of your busy schedule of 24 hours just to relax. Just that few minutes. Do this for yourself. What kids have gone to work, I think go to work, go to school, and you have time, create that time. No, we always want to work, but create that time to relax. You can do the work you need to do at the period and just take, even if it's just 30 minutes. You want to say there's some 30 minutes power nap you take and you wake up stronger and much prepared than a 6-hour sleep. Sometimes, and I say this as someone who, I'm a chronic thinker, I'm a chronic overanalyzer, I'm a chronic workaholic. So I'm talking from my experience. I have to to create those 2 minutes. For example, now we're having this meeting. My children have knocked the door, con, like all that. I'm not butthole. I've given you guys your food. If I send it to you, make sure to record this meeting. Please come. Only reason you can bang on my door is maybe fire is burning and there's no adult to take up and they work now. Right now, there's an adult. If I hold her hair, I think Daddy's a little back. Daddy went out. You guys are okay. This is mommy's me time. Do not this. So, you need to create that time, intentionally create that time for yourself. Now, like I said, I'm a chronic over organizer and everything. When I finish organizing, I finish attending to everybody. Everybody's okay. I enter my room, sit down, bang, chop my food. Do not come and tell me, mommy, the first time I tell them, this is mommy's me time. Leave me alone. I've already said to you, you? Yes, mommy, that this is my me time. Unless the house is burning and fire is burning, don't disturb. Yes, mommy. And they walk away. I close my door, enjoy my meal, enjoy my 30 minutes to myself. Sometimes I sit on the floor, just so coolness will enter my body. I drink my meal, eat my food, or read my book or listen to music. We have to be intentional about creating those scenarios. If we can go out, fine. Like sometimes I just tell that I'm going for a walk. I'll be back. I just leave the house. I go and I walk around the estate or walk around breakfast. 1 hour I'm back and I feel much better. So that you don't have to create that time for yourself. Now, I know that some people, maybe single moms, don't have people to help them. You have to look for people around you to help. You have to ask for help. If it means if you can trust your neighbor enough to say, okay, can you keep my kid for like 30 minutes or an hour? I need some me time. So that's why they say to your neighbors, have a little with your neighbor. Those of us that live in the house that don't know your neighbor, I don't know how you are living in this world. At least have an idea of who your neighbors are. Communicate. Take out good morning and crap. You never know if you meet them. Like I have a mom, I have like how many moms here? I have like 2 moms that are living here with me where I live. Sometimes I offer to babysit. One of them, she works I stay in Sule, one of them works in the church. And sometimes she may not wait to pick up her kid. Because I work from home, I offer to go and pick them up for her and I babysit the kids she come home. And the she'll come back home and I'll tell her, go and bath. Chop your food. After chop, just come back. So I'm giving you like 30 minutes. Go and have your bath. Go and relax. Then you can come and pick up the kids. Because I'm a mom. And I know that sometimes just that 30 minutes of resting is all she needs to feel refreshed from the madness of Lagos and every other thing that's happening around. So what am I trying to say? You have to be intentional about creating some time for yourself. If you're your own, when your child is sleeping, create that time. If it's just 30 minutes, to lead him out and relax. If it means listening to some music, listen to some music. If it means reading a book, read a book. If it means just sitting down and looking at your beautiful self, fine, do that. Try not to think. The cost, and I say that because it's not easy for me. I like to think.
It sounds impossible. Try not to think, really?
It has possible. I know it sounds impossible, but if you really want your peace of mind, you just have to create that. You have to be intentional about creating that time for yourself. I'll say it again. I'll say it throughout this interview. If anything happens to you and you die, life goes on. Or they'll say sorry. Your children say sorry to your husband. Life will move on.
What I will leave with today is if anything happens to you, life moves on. So I better, it's as intense as that sounds, it's the truth. And I think the first thing I would get from what you just said now is we kind of, I don't know for what reason, some people find it difficult to ask for help. I don't know if we are programmed to think that we must be superwoman, superhuman, and that is not even feasible. But like, I don't know who we're trying to impress. I don't know who we're trying to get the strongest woman ever live it. You're just there, but you will just die. There's no, it's just very obvious, you will just die. And, also trying to or having to incorporate the little things, that 30 minutes nap, power nap you mentioned, music. There's something, at times I just sit down, I just plug my ears. I don't want to hear anybody. I don't want to hear anything. I just want to be by myself. And, I was just kind of reflecting today and it came to me, it's possible to lose yourself in all of this and you really can't recognize yourself anymore. You suddenly think that, of course, we're evolving and we're changing, you're changing as well, but you just can't find yourself. And it's almost like as if you're hinging on so many things for your happiness. Meanwhile, it's more like as if now you can't just be by yourself and be happy. So it's in these simple things. Take walks, spend time by yourself, enjoy your company. You're a great company. Enjoy your company. In fact, recruit your husband in this whole relaxing adventure. If you don't ask, it will be assumed that you have everything under control. I think that's the major thing. And we need to, as women, say, you know what, honey, I need to relax and I need you to step up when it comes to this moment. And he would understand, especially if you have an understanding partner. He would understand, okay, of course, go take that time out. But if you don't ask, you tells him, oh, my wife is a very strong woman. Oh. She does not rest. And now you're there, you're just like wishing away. So that is it's super important that we make use, like you said, know your neighbors, make use of the help you have available as much as possible.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Now, so for someone who is okay, yes, I get it. Okay, incorporate rest into your daily routine. Okay, okay, take walks. Okay, take a nap. All right. Okay, but what if I want to do sort of like a vacation? Take some time away from home. I'm tired of seeing my house. My house is annoying me right now. I don't want to see my house. Oh, I don't want to cook because, of course, I mean, this I want to taste something different. I don't want to cook. I don't want to, and of course, I'm on a budget. I don't want to spend how many million that I don't even have ready right now to feel like I have rested or I have, had that me time. So what are some recommendations you would give to such mothers, especially in Nigeria here, who you're like, okay, where can I go to? Where would you mentioned one earlier. So do you have, and you're into tourism and you mentioned you know a couple of places. So give us tips and, places that we can just go and relax and feel, okay, we did not really, go for summer, but we did it here. Again.
Okay. So the truth is that if you don't ask, you don't know. So because I work with a lot of tour operators, most of them know most of these budget-friendly places. For example, now, the truth is that right now there's really no cheap place here in Nigeria because everything has skyrocketed. But we can all have a budget we can work with. All right.
Okay.
Right now, I think if you really want to go anywhere with your family, just like maybe to stay for the weekend, you may have to have about 1.something million for a family of 4. And I say that because things are not as cheap, especially when it comes to transportation, whether it's flight or whether it is land. Myself, like I'm planning to go somewhere next year, and I was asking the person, I think Ikogosi One Spring.
Yeah.
In Ekiti, right? It's in Ekiti, yeah. And he's telling me it's about, for a weekend, he was telling me about almost 400K. That's excluding transportation, right? That's to show you how things are not as cheap as before, at least just for me. But with all that said, if you really plan ahead of it, right? If you want just for yourself, if it's for yourself, a mom, or even a dad, I'm sure there's some men maybe watching this. If you have a budget, right? Places you can go to, like I mentioned one now, Ikogo One Spring. It's a resort where the two rivers meet. One is warm, one is cold. Right? Sometimes people go there just to get relaxed and be around nature. Another one I mentioned was IITA Resort. That's in Ibadan. That one is just strictly nature. But if you want to go somewhere where you can have stuff with your family, fun and everything, I like to recommend Jara Beach. That one is towards Lekki side. It's a travel, but you can actually go on the spill on your own, or you can go with your family, right? For other places that people can go to, I also recommend going to the park. Park is really very affordable. We have parks around Ikeja. We have Jakode Park. Then we have the Jakode Tobu Park. Most of the parks we have in Ikeja, where you can go and have picnic with your family. Like I did a picnic recently with a group of people, and it was quite affordable. I think it was 1,000 something to enter inside. They just bring your food. You just pay like a cottage fee, I think of 5,000 things now. Like you can go places like that. So, but like I said, parks, then the beaches. I know that some of our beaches now have been destroyed here in Lagos, right? But there are up beaches there. I heard we have a new. That's one of them. We have the Legoshi Beach, where you can actually go on your own sometimes. In fact, I recommend the beach to people when you want to just kind of relax. There's something about the ocean. There's something just you. Just sitting there and watching the ocean, just blowing. So as an individual, you can actually go to those beaches. So because I'm in Lagos, I'm recommending Lagos places. You can go to Oniru Beach and then the Legoshi Beach. I think it's about 2,000 or 3,000 to enter inside. Then they have places where you can eat inside and all that. Then another place that I can also recommend is conservation centers. So they have Lake Preparation Center. It's also, I'm recommending nature break because it's something that nature does to you when you go on solo trip as a mom, right? So Lekki Observation Center is another nice place you can go to just to hang out. We have Freedom Park in Marina. You can guys sit down there, just look at the birds. They have like little birds and stuff there. We're just relaxing and small quails where you can just like to eat, sit down, enjoy some highlight music when they're playing. There are many places. I tell people if you ask and you have a budget, you'll be able to find something that's what you're looking for, right? That's why I say I work a lot of tour operators because they know some of these places that you can just go and hang out and have fun. All right. So yeah, I recommend parks. I recommend beaches. I recommend like conservation centers. The fast is some of them, the fast and making. Then if we're going outside, like I said, the back door, we have Ikokosi Warm Spring. Most of I think Nigeria have been blessed with a lot of nature places. I know, but if you want something high life where you can just have fun, we have plenty festivals. You will check online, you see that we have festivals where you can just go yourself, or just you, myself, and I to have fun and just be around other people. You know, the truth is that as much as we recommend people like to stay at home, there are times you're actually tired of your house, your four walls, and you need to go somewhere for a while to relax. Right. So I recommend people that when they reach out to me, I always say, what's your budget? What are you looking for? I reach out to my tour operators and my travel agents who I work with. I tell them to recommend based on their budget and I recommend them. But if you're, like I said, going for a solo hangout, just you, your stuff, and I, look for beaches. And we have beaches that actually have places you can sleeping. Jara Beach is one of them. You know, of course, parks and of course, like conservation centers. That's what I normally recommend for your relaxing. Now, for Christmas, I cannot recommend any mom to go and leave their children. Please spend time with your children during this Christmas. Super family and love work.
Saying that we cannot relax this Christmas. So how do we have the this is Christmas. Of course, you need to spend time with family. But how do you incorporate that family time and still relax?
Take your 30 minutes breaks to go and relax. All the in the beginning of this time. Your 30 minutes nap, your 30 minutes just drink your coffee and your drink. Just create that time and let your family know that. But you also have to let your children know. And mommy need me time. I'm done with taking care of you guys. I just need like 30 minutes or an hour to myself. Let the children know. Teach your children. Because when you don't teach them, they'll come down for time that mommy is exhausted. Now, you know my daughter does. Mommy, you look tired. Let me not stress you. Can I get take myself? Because she now knows that mommy has times when she's exhausted, she recommends to help. So if you don't tell them, if you don't tell your husband, women are wired. If you do not communicate with them, they'll think you're lying. So speak out to let them know when I need to rest. Like so, my mom will say, I need it. I'm like, call me. Right now, I'm actually not in the right frame of mind. I want to just relax. Please, can I just have a few minutes to myself? And he obliges. When you don't talk, and he start, the poor man doesn't know you're tired. You're forming a woman. Sometimes just communicate. Laugh for him. Say, okay, please, I need you to 30 minutes. It's okay, give me 30 minutes to relax. And you relax, and you come out feeling a bit more better because nobody's crowding your mind. So in this Christmas period, I am telling you the truth. You may not have that time to really go out and spend time on yourself unless you're really close with your girlfriend or you have already planned it earlier. But create those buckets of times to relax. Like when you finish cooking all the chicken, all the rice, whether it's your housemate that's helping you, whether it's all that's cooking this and supervising, create that time where you just need to just breathe out. So, yeah, so that's my honest response because that's what I'm doing for myself. If I tell them, no, I'm going somewhere for myself, it's a lie. Christmas all the time I can do that. But I always spread out those pockets of time. I'm very blunt. Create those pockets of time for yourself. Just relax and breathe in and breathe out. So you don't break down during the Christmas period. If you can also get someone to cook your food for you, pay the person to cook food for you, put it in the freezer. Please do. Life has made it for everybody. So go to. I have a boss there where I was working my 9 to 5. She used to call me and my colleague lazy mom because we used to buy our groceries online. And I used to say, Mama, Sorry, yes, I'm a proud lazy mom. They made online marketing for people like us. Now they create this online. They said go to master. I don't have to say go to market. Then sometimes you don't really want to cook. You just want to relax. Please, if you have the money, go and pay somebody to make the food for you. Put it in your freezer. Bring it up and warm it when you want to. Life is not hard. We are the ones that make it hard for ourselves. I know that the olden days, you go to the market, carry everything. Mama, where's Superwoman? You are not Superwoman. Okay. So if you don't want to cook, please go and get somebody to cook the food for you. You have the money to it. You don't have the money, use your energy and cook small. But if you do have the money, I recommend get someone to cook it for you. Put it in your freeze and chop your food for Christmas. Make yourself. I said no.
Thank you very much. We have heard here as well. Thank you very much. So it's been super interesting, and at the beginning you mentioned some experience that you had that sort of spurred you to decide that okay, you would decide to take out time to rest because you saw that you were a shadow of yourself, and that was not exactly what you wanted for yourself. You came to that realization. So, how would you advise a woman who's at that point now where she is? This is from a woman who's been there, who's feeling like I am tired. There's a way you'll be tired. You're just tired physically, but tired. But you can be so tired and you're slipping into depression, and you're feeling like, what, I am tired. You don't want to see your children. In fact, your husband is the last person you want to, because he's getting on your last nerve. Things that he would barely do that are okay. Now he's just, and she's at that place. She's like, I'm just going to lose it. What would you say to her in this moment or in that moment right now?
Breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe, because the truth is that sometimes there's some things that you cannot solve the problem immediately. You just need to take that time to breathe. Now you finish breathing, ask yourself, what do I want to do for myself now to make me feel better? Sometimes just that temporary solution is what we require. For me, either I drink my coffee or my whole cup of cocoa with my favorite mug. Just go and drink something, or I get myself something, maybe chocolate, just to calm myself down. But the truth is that breathe and then ask yourself, where do I want to go going forth? This is my state of mind right now. Like I said, if anything happens to me, my children are going to suffer. I'm talking to my yours. So what can you do for yourself that will help you move forward to be a better person? For me, I know that last year I told myself, come, I cannot be in this position anymore. What am I going to do that will make me happy? What am I going to do that will move me forward? Sometimes we have to sit down and ask that question for us. Nobody can answer that question for us about where you want to move forward going forward now. Yeah. So first and foremost, breathe. Ask yourself questions. And if you are fortunate to have really good friends, like I am very grateful that I have some really good girlfriends who I can reach out to when I'm in my depressed moments. Anyone that doesn't have friends like that, I usually wonder how they are coping. Because sometimes your spouse may not understand what you're going through. You're a woman. He can't understand. Ladies, sorry, they don't understand. Out of 10 men, maybe only one will understand, maybe because he grew up around women. But most of them don't understand what they're going through. No matter how much you communicate. So sometimes you do need certain close members. And I'm a very friendly person, but my inner circle is very tiny. So it's good to have people you can talk to. Girlfriends you can trust and talk to.
Yeah.
Not just anyone. If you have those ones, good for you. Reach out to them. Because I remember this particular time I was really in a bad state. I just carried my phone. I called my bestie. I said, babes, right now I just want to cry. I just want to shout. Don't give me a solution. I just want to cry. And I cry. When I finished crying, I said, are you okay? I said, yeah, I feel much better. And that was it. She didn't have to offer me any solution. I just needed to cry to someone. If you have friends like that, please reach out to them. Because as we grow older, the men are taking care of themselves. Let me say it again. The men are taking care of. Let me say one more time. These men are taking care of themselves. They are the ones that are carrying matter on our head. How you want to take care of make care of themselves? We women are like for soup. Look for good friends that you can communicate with. If you don't have friends, which I don't know why you don't have friends, you must at least have one or two friends you can talk to. Because if you are friendly and a good person, you should have good friends, right? If you have siblings they can talk to siblings. Like my sister too is my confidant. And sometimes I when we talk to her, we talk. Same way. See, there's a reason why God made Eve for Adam. Because God knows that I created a human being that needs to interact with people, right? Interaction is very key. Have that system. But first and foremost, you should decide what you want going forward. Know thyself. It's okay to cry. It's okay to wail. But after crying, clear your eye. Ask yourself, what I want to do going forward. I finished crying. I finished being there. What? Because like I said, and I said from the beginning, I'll keep saying, if anything happens to you and you die,
Thank you so much. Thank you. It was really thank you. I think someone needs to hear that. If I am that someone. Thank you so much. It was such a sweet, interactive, and simple session with you. So we're gonna draw the curtains here. And before we go, as our custom is, you have to say a word of prayer for every listener and every woman. So just a short word of prayer.
all right. Father Lord, we thank you. We thank you for this session. We thank you for after almost two times of cutting this, we finally came here today. And my prayer is that this session will bless not just one, not just two, but many other women. Lord, I know how it is to be in a depressive mood as a mother, as a wife. I've been there. But because of your grace, you helped me come out of it. Please help any woman listening to this today to come out of it. I permit her to cry. I permit her to wail. But after all that, Lord, let her come to you and ask, so what is the way forward? And I know that as she does that, oh Lord, you will guide her like you guided me. Thank you for Susan, who has this beautiful idea that she has run with because you gave it to her. As this podcast moves, may it bless lives beyond her imagination. Because he gave it to her, it's going to be a blessing to other people. Thank you for all the mothers and wives around the world. Give us the grace to have the right support system to help us go through anything we're going through in life. And at the end of the day, may your name and name alone be glorified. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Lord, for in Jesus' name we have prayed.
Amen. Thank you so much. It was beautiful having you here.
Thank you, Lord. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everybody.
I'm excited.
I can see.